Hello guys, welcome back to Chamber of Chess. Today I'm going to show you another game from Chess.com that was quite memorable for me, mostly due to the ending position and that I dared to sacrifice a piece. So we started traditionally with the Sicilian variation that I was really stuck with back then. This game was in 2017, 15 plus 10 control. My opponent for some reason played knight a3. I have no idea why he did that. e6, g3. Well, standard development. So far, so good. Knight h6. I think I could have really played knight e7 and f5 with this maneuver. And g4 is not possible due to knight h4. I mean, it's possible, but he just weakening his king, and my knight has still place to go. But still, played knight h6. By the way, with the same idea, knight f5 later. a6. This move was redundant because I was really going to play a6 and not b5 immediately, but once he moves his knight away, then b5. But I guess some standard move like I don't know, knight f5, same move I wanted to make, or queen c7, rook d8, like usual development would have been better. This bishop is not really strong here, so rook e8 and bishop f8 was also possible. a6, knight c2, b5 now. I really want to open this file for my rook, though at the same time I'm opening it for his rook, so it's that not that clear who's getting advantage from the open file. So far the position is closed, so I really intend to open it up a bit to make it easier for me to play. I really have a strong pawn on d4, c5. The structure is good, though my bishop well, has limited places to go. I mean, only d8, and that's not really that good. I really should consider playing knight f5, though after g4, let's say, there's my move now. Knight f5, and let's say g4. If I play knight h4 and trade, then g5, and my bishop gets stuck eventually. So I'm just trying to make nice moves, solid moves, not to get worse. Knight e3. This move is interesting because I'm sacrificing a pawn and exposing enemy king on this diagonal. He takes, then he gives up his bishop for a knight. d4. Here, I could have really played rook d8 by pinning the d pawn. At the same time, I'm keeping the pressure on the center. And though he has an extra pawn, it's still not a big use to him. Actually, his weakness for now, because now I got the d file, and potentially I can always capture the knight and capture the pawn here. We need to take rook d4. That's one of the possible variations, and it's good for me because I have an active rook, enemy king exposed, some possible checks, and well, it's still good for me. His king is very weak. Say, why would have been safer if his king was on h1. Here I decided to sacrifice the bishop because I really thought that king on d4 is going to look pretty weak, and this is where my favorite part of the game enters. So I managed to get two pawns or a bishop, and both of them are passed. Though my king is a little weak, and let's say if my rook moves away, there are potential checkmates here, like this. I have nothing to do but trade rooks, though one of the possible variations would have been rook b8, queen b7, rook f8, rook d2, check. Obviously, I wanna keep the pieces I already have, like queen and rook. But first of all, I'm playing against white king weakness, and with every trade, I'm losing my initiative. So I really want to keep the pieces, and white actually wants to trade them because in that case, he's just going to end up with an extra bishop. That's one of the possible variations. He still want to centralize his queen to trade it. I need to decline, check, and f5 is a really nice solution because now white gets a counterplay on the king side and play against my king weakness, taking me with his pawns. Bishop d5, a powerful move because um, he wants to get the control of this whole diagonal and use the fact that I don't have a bishop right now. F5, another variation was a5, f6, and really need to be very careful because after bishop e4, again, taking a hold of this diagonal, a3 takes, queen h4, queen g5. And now I have nothing to do but to resign because after g6, queen h6, I just get checkmated here. But that's not what happened. I decided to trade the rooks, and this is much better rather than, let's say, trading queens, because if I trade queens, I'm almost lost. But while trading the rooks, I'm still playing against king weakness, and I'm looking for some checks here. Actually, I was looking for a win here, but the problem is that my king is pretty weak. And the pawn is strong here, taking control of some squares. That's right maneuver. He's just gonna move his king back to safety. Check. I mean, not a check yet because I moved my king already. H6. There was an attempt to make a safe place for my king not to get under this perpetual. Queen f5. Now back here, I already thought that I'm winning, and suddenly I just saw this the only defense white has. After b2, white has to either resign or play bishop d3. And it's a kind of way to distract my queen. Because if I promote, then I guess he can just capture. I mean, no, because if he gets this one, white's gonna end up with a pawn down and lost position. So the only way for him to protect himself is just take this queen, queen b1, and again we end up with a perpetual, and that's what happened in the game. So queen d3, perpetual, and draw. This game was memorable due to this interesting counterplay for me and for white. Well, I sacrificed my bishop, but I still had the initiative to play for a win, but the game ended in a draw anyway. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and tell me what kind of games you want to see later. See you soon.